Good afternoon and welcome to the Blackwater Cantina. My name is Mazz.
Robin.
Tonight we're going to have a chat about Adepticon hype. We've had an awful lot of reveals and stuff go on from the Adepticon keynotes, which I'm sure you've seen quite a lot of, so we're going to share our completely accurate hypothetical opinions about everything and a lot of the changes going on. So we're going to talk about Super Heavies, bundle deals, new box release schedules, new subscription models, elven vampires, obviously, super heavies, lots to cover. But first of all, Robin, what has your hobby looked like this week?
Finally started getting around to the journeyman
Yay!
and painted Irish Garrity.
Yeah, he's very cool.
More happy with him.
That angry
I
skull
painted
pointy
him in
one.
the. Oh, I looked at the original Mark III posting sculpts for him and how he was painted. So I was like, I'm gonna paint him the same style.
Yeah, because in the other one he's like holding the skull up in the air, isn't he?
Yeah.
I have one of those knocking around somewhere. I
Oh,
don't know where he is.
yeah. So I got those. I got Irish Garrity and one for the UN mic, printed by Zealot. They turned out absolutely perfect. So now I can start my Infernals. So I should be getting, which is going to tie us onto our next bit. So now that the files have been released, I will be getting those printed out as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just downloading the last few files now, so all of that has landed.
Hooray!
Yay! So I'm very excited. I've had a bit of a rummage through and seen a few of the other bits and pieces. I keep forgetting how big Omar Damas is. He's huge. It's like scenery
Yeah.
huge. Um,
The Black Gate.
the Black Gate.
He is the same height as that Black Gate.
I want to run the one of the roleplay adventures, and it has a aspect of him, but like a weakened one in it. So I want to print a shrunk down one for that. So that should be fun. That's yeah, that's going to happen at some point. I don't quite know when that is. Yeah. Otherwise, hobby-wise this week, I have not done any painting really. I did put some base coats on an Iconoclast Drudge, which took about 2 hours just to put all the base coats on. There's a lot to those guys. They are big, and there's a lot going on. But well, my first unit then printed, so working my way through those. And we had our big game day at the end of the Journeyman, so I played a bunch of games on Sunday. It was Sunday this week, yeah. So lots of Kythos practice there. So we escalate to 50 points now. So my Hive Mind card run now adds in Aberration and Nostilla for taking me straight up to 50 points. Because I'm a terrible human being.
That's okay. I've got 50 points worth of paint to do and come play next month, end of this month.
Yep. Yep, I need to put some dates in the diary for when I'm able to get down the store. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
So I need to organise that, and I did
And I've
promise I
got
was
game.
going to do that today, and I haven't done it, so apologies everyone, but I will try and do that over the weekend.
Yep.
Yeah. So, speaking of Infernals and things landing, the Frontier has landed. Big old
Hooray!
success. Quite a big chunk out of that. I want to say several £100,000 they dropped in that, didn't they?
Yeah.
All files are available as of recording about 2.5 hours ago. So they're all there. Tons of stuff in there, and then as of the time of airing, all of the files are now available on the Warmachine 3D store. So if you did miss out on the Frontier and you want to have a look on there, you can pick stuff up from the store. Bear in mind, Tribe subscribers get 50% off. So if you're going to be spending money, subscribe for a month. Get the month of terrain and other stuff going on, and then get yourself a 50% discount on any STLs you're buying. Makes sense to me. But
Makes sense to me too.
yeah, especially doing it this month, you'll get some of the Thornfall, the Commandos, which are very cool, and then it's the Winter Core Kador scenery pack. I know we chatted about this the other day, and we were like, the wall seems awfully short. Well, now we've actually got the files. It's not. It's a repeatable section of wall, so you can make it as big as you like. And I can merge them all together and just print it as one big section if I want to. So I think I like the fact that it kind of looks like the wall that's in Warmachine Tactics as well.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. There's a mission in that we have to blow up a wall and then blow up a gate, and it kind of looks like that. So I'm wondering if that's where they took the inspiration from, but. Yeah.
Possibly, or somebody just wanted a wall.
Well, yeah, but the fact that it looks very similar. We'll see. I need to play some more Warmachine Tactics. I'm only halfway through the storyline. And now the storyline is becoming more relevant to what's going on. But yes, all of the tribes, or the frontier stuff, has landed. So pretty prepared to see lots of Convergence, Grimkin and Infernals floating around. Do you know what's in your first 50 points yet, Robin?
Yes, I do.
Or are you not going to tell
I'll
me?
be telling. I'm not going to tell you. I can tell you one model that's in it.
Yeah.
Minus Gary.
Well, I figured that, but I must admit I've been sat fiddling around with the app today, putting some lists together and looking at it going, I'm intrigued to see.
Because it didn't show one of the.
Hmm?
See, I was got confused because when they released the bit for the campaign that they've done for this tribes, it was interesting because I was looking at it yesterday when I was like just going back through it again trying to make a list, and I was like, oh, these are two separate characters. It's the one with the giant head bit, and then one with it goes up. But because it doesn't show the picture in the Warmachine app, I was like, I don't know who that is.
Oh, what, the two Infernal Masters? You
Yeah.
got Vorgoroth
So
and Zataroth.
yeah. So without a picture, I was like, I don't know what this model is. This looks like a cool model. Is this a solo? Is this that? And I went to go for it. And I know it sounds like I'm an idiot, but without pictures, I was like,
Yeah, if you don't know, you've just got a model and you're like, okay, cool, what is this? Like, it can be pretty difficult. Like, it was a thing when GW stopped putting pictures of the guns in, and so you're building a Space Marine kit and it's got a flamer, a melter gun, a plasma gun, a graviton gun, and whatever in the box. And to a new player, they're like, well, which one do I put on? Can I put... I've got 10 guys in here, can I... You know, so unless you know what
your whole
everything
Devastator
is...
squads.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Devastator squads where you've got all the different weapons but 5 guys. You're like, well, what do I put on? You know?
You give them all gravity guns and you're done.
I see. Always heavy bolters for me. I love heavy bolters. But
I know, it's gravity guns because they buffs, but
see,
yeah, no, didn't have a clue. I thought it was an alternate sculpt to one of the masters. I was like, well, that looks cool, but I also like this one. Two
yeah.
different characters, so I'll be having both of those. So
I know I
with
was
the
spinning the
Man
STL
save.
of Elaine Runewood because I absolutely adore that model. That's one that I've wanted to paint for a long time, so he's getting painted at some point soon, just as a display piece. I don't know. I don't know if he's any good, but
it's like the new Lantern Men. I love the sculpts, so they will be getting printed out as well. So
I haven't opened up the Grimkin or the Convergence yet. I just had a flick through the Infernals, but then for some reason I was able to download those at midday and the rest at 5 o'clock. So
but it's April Fools.
yeah, they think went out a little bit early. So
I just thought they were going to go, oh, he's a liar, and start massive controversies this way because it does say the 2nd of April it will get released.
yeah, but yeah, we're all there, all downloaded, all done. So it's very cool, and there's an improved sculpt of Baron Tonguelick as well. I need to look at that.
Yeah,
And
there's a few. Kravitz got an improved sculpt. Same with Rattler, and there's another one as well. I can't remember. Lord Longfellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love Lord Longfellow. He's one of my favourite Grimkin models because I just love the fact that it's a spider stuffed in a trench coat. It's very obviously a spider in a trench coat. And it's like, oh, it's very cool. And there's the little party game as well, where they I need to run that at some point with like a social deduction party game where somebody is the noble and somebody is Lord Longfellow trying to kill them. I don't know whether you have to cosplay as a spider in a trench coat, but you should do.
I'll go as the Widow Weaver from Malifaux, because that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you what that is. Very much so.
So Kravitz have Field Allowance 8, right? So, and now
they've gone down to 4.
No, I've just had look, they're 8.
Oh shit, didn't realise that.
So I do actually need 2 more Kravitz to be at full Field Allowance. So, yeah.
Oh, the Clockatrice had a improved sculpt because they kept going on about it.
Yeah. So, I think Grimkin got the most attention out of the sculpts, didn't they? They got quite.
Again, I think it's more the fact that the sculpts are really nice, but people want them, and it's one of those ones that you kind of want to give a go up because it is one of the better looking armies.
I'd be very intrigued to see the back end data of which army sold the most. That would be quite.
It would be Grimkin. They're one of the better looking armies. Like, I love Infernals, but the dark aesthetic, but Grimkin is Dark Fairy Tale, so it's a no brainer. People like the weird, they like the wonderful, they like the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do want to say one thing, and like, no offense to any painters who painted up the sculpts for the renderings that they had. So they had the early sculpts, they got to paint them, they look absolutely fantastic. But a lot of people in the Facebook groups, and the Discord groups for it were going, hang on, I thought we were supposed to only use lipped bases only, because they were using the standard GW bases.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a couple of them on there, wasn't there? But,
that was more than just a couple. Like, Grimkin had, I think, like 4. Infernals had 3, and then Orbos had a lot more.
Yeah, I think the Steamroller pack says you have to be on lipped bases, doesn't it? So
yeah, that's what they were referring to. There's like, well, that's not official for a steamroller.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're not being used. If you're not using it in a steamroller or anything, it doesn't matter. But
yeah,
I know there's so there's some conversation around whether that's enforced by anyone at all. But I like it because I think it screams Warmachine, doesn't it? So
a lipped base, yeah.
Yeah. I think it just makes them stand out a little bit. But
yeah,
that's just me. It's not a big deal either way.
It's better for the water effects because it's contained as well. That's how I've always viewed it.
Yeah, because you can drop the top of the base down more easily and have it inside and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got a selection. I suppose if they're sending out sculpts to people, then and those people aren't necessarily Warmachine players, they might not have any of the bases knocking about. So I mean, I didn't. I actually had to go out and buy a load of bases, so because I didn't have any spares. Well, I had like 3.
I do because 2 of the games I play are Carnival and Malifaux, which only work with lipped bases. So whenever I get blank lipped base, I'm just like, that will go into a box with all the other bases I have because I want to use this lovely scenic one that I've got, which is lipped.
That's it. Right. So, new subscriber model. So, as of time of airing, we are on to app subscription year 2. Now, instead of Aberration and Nostilla, it is Constance, Blaze, and Gallant. Gallant has also been down the gym. He has had mad gains. And is now an 80 mil. It's resplendent, shiny and for reasons unknown to us, works with Crix. I don't know, but
Yeah, I don't get that one, but yeah.
yeah, this is a gameplay / subscriber thing, isn't it? Like, you can't have a subscriber model that people can be like, well, I'm going to get this cool model, and then I can't use it. So it kind of sucks that. Well, it would suck if you couldn't use it and you were paying all this money for it.
Yeah.
And then, you've got to think about how many subscribers you want to get and all this sort of jazz. So from a business point of view, that makes sense. From a lore point of view, yeah, there's going to be something going on there. I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be some sort of story justification for it, but the model is badass.
Yeah, the massive quad engines in the back of it as well make it look just so much nicer.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to getting my hands on that and seeing how it performs, and then seeing if I can use it somewhere in Dark Operations. But...
Possibly.
Or with the Fane of Nero, because, vampires. Vampires and paladins.
Talking of Dark Operations, at Adepticon we had four new characters that are going to be released. So we've got the Mind Thief, and he's coming out in July this year.
Yay. Yep,
So he works with Crix. I just assume he does a lot. He works with Crix, Orgoth, Dark Operations, the Reaper Coven. Then we've got the Hellslinger Phantom that comes out in August 2026, which I'm very excited for. Which works with Crix and Dusk.
Yeah, I don't know why Dusk, but...
I think it works with Dead Elves, it works with that aesthetic, and it's just nice to see a Hellslinger come back.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Be my third Hellslinger model. Even though there's only
mine got...
Well, I've got the official Hellslinger, and there'll be this one, which I will pick up. And even before that, I got hold of a Kane 2, the one which got the guns akimbo like that, and I converted him into a pistol wraith. Years before the Hellslinger Phantom came out. So, and then he became my Hellslinger Phantom for a while.
Good. Then we've got Gunnery Captain Bal Dunax that come up with Sigma, Kador, and I don't actually know what the other one is. I'm gonna assume that it's the two. It might be Kithcard.
So like the stone with the crossed hammery things behind.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
Kithcard.
Yeah, and then we've got Gwyn Farrell, Misery of Mirren, and she's both Sigma units, Gravediggers as well, Dusk and Infernals by the looks of it. That symbol.
Yes, I think so.
Which is our first tell that.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm very excited for a couple of those.
Yeah, I'm intrigued as to what the Mind Thief is going to do in Dark Operations. Look forward to it. It's a shame it's not going to land before Welsh, because I'm tempted to take Dark Operations to Welsh, but we'll see how far I get through my painting. But yeah, if not, it'll be Dusk again. But yeah, he's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Then
Fane of Nero stuff. So we got Syntheth the Prophet, Dusk Fane of Nero. He looks almost like Skeletor himself.
Yeah, I mean, so I did a video on all the releases, so there'd be bits in there which I will put a card.
Yeah.
But I am 100% on board with these guys. Like undead elves, the whole Fane pulling the strings in the background for years and years and years. They're briefly mentioned. This is how long I've been in the Iron Kingdoms. All right, so they're great. I don't know whether you caught the conversation about their play style and what was going on, but they were saying that the casters are all very front line based, and they're going to be hit and run.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued as to how that's going to work.
It's very similar to a couple from the Crucible God that are hit and run ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it comes in, does some damage, backs off.
Yeah. So like Ira McKay is like one of those frontliner ones because even though it's 14-inch range, like if you go in close, because they're all of her weapons are classified as pistols on the tank.
Yeah.
So she can come in, bash, charge you, fire all those shots off, and then get an attack with the ram.
Yeah. I found that
And
out the other day.
yeah, you did. So again, and it's the same with a few of the other ones. But I just wanted to call out Sifis because if I get him, it is literally just for my love for Skeletor.
No, I can definitely see, like, if you ever watched
I
the
want to
original
paint.
Masters of the Universe, I am definitely up for watching the new Masters of the Universe movie as well. That's a thing.
He generally gives off that vibe from the was it 1987 movie for Masters of the Universe?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, it's glorious, and I love it. I'm definitely here. He's definitely the guy who was in that original piece of artwork, wasn't he? He's like lurking at the top.
Yeah.
But the Sithis are a type of undead that are created by Eldritch. So they're not Eldritch vampires, they are something created by them. And it is something that is frowned upon even by the Eldritch to do. So, yeah, interesting.
I'm also liking the Strigon as well. I'm sucker for a giant bat, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see the sculpts of that and the heavy next to each other, because I think in a lot of the images, a lot of people are saying they're quite difficult to tell the difference. I feel like when
Yeah.
you see them next to each other, it's easier, but
Yeah.
that's kind of hard to tell from because we only really had angles of them in the cabinet.
Well,
Didn't
from
we?
one of them is they're in three different poses, so again, that's how you tell them. They've all got three different head options. So
Yeah, there's actually two character ones as well. The second character one that wasn't in the presentation, it looks like he's drop kicking someone.
yeah.
He looked very cool. I can't remember the name of that one, but yeah, looking forward to seeing rules for them. Getting my pre-order in.
Yep. The other thing that we found out is the Warmachine merch is coming out soon. That's going to be announced at Lock and Load as well.
They said they should have some
Or
at Lock and Load, and
sorry, I obviously misheard that.
yeah, I am booked, and my ticket is now booked. My hotel is now booked. I'm going to Lock and Load. I've got the grand narrative on the Friday. Painting undead elves all day on Saturday, and then Sunday, Fane of Nero lore thing.
Mm.
So, yeah, looking forward to that. Just got to figure out how I'm going to get there. But
Sheffield,
yeah,
you take the National Express.
well, I can get the train up there, and it's not too ridiculous. And I booked a hotel that's right next to the train station, so you know.
Yeah, some of the t-shirts look really good. Some of them just have logo on it.
I'm hoping I can pick up because they did the original run they did for whatever the last convention they were at. They had the
Yeah.
white Cephalix one with the Exxon Thexus art with all the pink on it. I really kind of want that one. So hopefully I can
Yeah,
get
that looks
one of
like
those.
the one at the end and with the red on it that you can see here in front of me.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
then moving on to what we called in our prediction last year, actually, Menoth.
Menoth. Dunno. I was very surprised that they have put them ahead of Reaper Covenant. But I think...
I'm not because there's a lot of people that are. If you've been watching, it's because of Longshanks and a few other things. So I've watched that Menoth have been ranking for Legacy Army in the States at the moment.
Yeah.
And they're ranking quite high. So at the same time, so why not Menoth? And then we've got a sculpt for a new model which looks just absolutely insane. Well, the preliminaries anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some lovely, like the couple of models that they spoiled weren't even fully painted. There's the caster was, but the actual jacks.
The Shield of the Righteousness was amazing, and then you got the Crusader class Warjack. That you've got the whip of it at the moment. It's not fully finished yet.
Yeah, that's looking
And the
cool. And
Blood of
then like
Martyrs.
yeah, the upgraded dervish guy with the big flamey swords looks cool.
Yeah,
I think this. I strongly suspect that they've moved Menoth up ahead of Reaper Covenant because people are, well, the people who like Menoth are zealots about Menoth, and they kind of lean into it. Don't they? So I think that's
I just love the picture of that they released with it. It's like, and here's an armor kit you could potentially have.
yeah, Galactic Armory done STLs for a suit of Flame Guard armor, which is new Flame Guard armor based off the new models, by my understanding.
Which I did send to our new friend from Portsmouth, of who was the Men of Player with his book that you disliked.
Yeah,
I sent him all of this. He is very excited for it.
yeah. So yeah, hopefully I can get him into a Mark IV Manoth army. I think we're going to see a few of those appear very soon after those release. And the files for that cosplay armor are like 22 quid, I think, 26 quid, something like that. It's not a lot for the files for the full suit of armor. So
No, it's nothing at all. That spear might be another story entirely, but
it comes with it. So
yeah, but to make it.
well, you have to print in sections, aren't you? So,
But if anybody wants any tutorials on how to make that active flame art, there'll be a box here. No, I'm joking. I do know how to do that, but I shall not do it here.
But owning a flamethrower in the United Kingdom is illegal.
I view it as a outside warmer.
How to convince the police that your flaming spear is not actually a flamethrower and is in fact actually a patio warmer.
That's the one. That's the one I could.
Yeah. Yes, boss, it's a patio heater. Look. So, yeah, I mean, like, I was never a big Menoth fanboy, but some of the models, I've always liked some of the paladins and things. I painted a few of them up just because I like the kind of look. There's definitely going to be a lot around here.
I wasn't heavily into Menoth. I had the 2+ starter set, and I picked up like a few of the character jacks and characters for it back in second edition because I wanted like 50 points for each force, so that got me into Kador. I went a little bit more into Kador. Absolutely loved it. Same with Menoth and six, but I went 6 hour crits for that, so I was like, I kind of love those two. Shall we talk something seriously heavy?
What? Some beefcakes. Lots of beefcakes. The next wave of super heavies. Yes.
Starting off with Signal Gravedigger Super Heavy.
Yeah.
I am a little bit disappointed that it didn't have a shovel.
Well, we could convert it's got a hammer. You could convert the hammer into a shovel. I think would that be acceptable? Like under the conversion.
I know where they're going with the hammer, but I want to see a convertible for a trench shovel.
Magnetize the top, so if somebody gets funny with you at a tournament, and right, okay, I'm taking a blender this evening, and I'm going to make a trench shovel head for it, and then I will send those to people. Yeah. Or if someone sends me a bandit, I'll magnetize the hammer and do that and paint it up. So bandit is Alison Jake's Jack from Warmachine Tactics.
Yep.
He's had some upgrades. It's a little less subtle than he used to be, because he was a light Jack to start with, wasn't he? He was a charger.
Yeah.
And now
he's got promoted.
He's got promoted along with Alison. And like the pose looks cool. The big 4 flak cannon thing looks amazing. He's got loads of like pockets and ammo packs and stuff all over him, like the rest of the Gravediggers do as well.
Yeah.
And you just imagine that thing like para dropping in as well. He's even got the big hooks on the shoulders for parachutes and being lifted
See,
up.
that's the one thing. The one thing I have really enjoyed consistently across the Gravediggers is they've got all the connection points.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they've got the hooks and shoulder straps. They've got straps down here.
they're like rigged properly to
Oh yeah,
be attached to stuff. And yeah, like the design, thematic design to the models is lovely for the Gravediggers, and I think the actual miniatures themselves have properly knocked it out of the park. They are lovely, and if I didn't have a full docket of armies to paint at the moment, I probably would have picked up Gravediggers as well. But I can only paint so many miniatures a year.
yeah.
Mm.
I know that.
Speaking of miniatures, I'm going to paint Imperatus 2, the Ashen Phoenix. So
Yep.
we had to wait for our Super Heavy, but boy is he a chunky boy. 2 big old swords, 2 big shoulder guns. He looks like he's got guns sticking out his waist as well, because who doesn't need 4 guns on a jack? They were talking about he is going to have different, like, each turn you get to pick an ability for him. That is going to change for each one. Now, I don't know specifically, but given the whole like ghost theme for the jacks, I'm going to guess like ghostly. We've had a lot of Phantom Seeker, so maybe that. We've got like loads of void based stuff, and that kind of looks like those guns are similar in style to all the void based guns, so maybe we're going to see something strange on them as well. I'm looking forward to that. I want to see his rules, and I need one. So
I know you picked up the Archangel 2 weeks ago, but the Chimera Shadow Flames Shard's super heavy. It looks insane.
yeah, it's the
How do we
Shadow
improve
Seraph.
the Archangel? Let's just chuck more stuff on it. Give it bigger wings.
So what somebody did was they looked at Chimera and went, you know what? More wings. This is like Chaos Dwarfs with the bigger hats, isn't it? This is Chimera's more
Yeah.
wings. Nobody's looked at it, and somebody just said, put more wings on it. And he's got, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that a wing?
6
7, 8? Tons of them. There's at least 6 wings in there.
Yeah, but that pose, it looks insane.
It
2
does.
claws like swinging in as well. So giant worm creature looks absolutely insane. The tail's nice and coiled round as well.
Looks kind of like the Storm
They all,
Raptor. Looks more like a bird. It's
yeah.
because it's got the big beak thing. I don't know. It gives me more
I'm a little
bird-like
bit
vibes.
I'm a little bit annoyed that they've wrapped it around the rock and not a jack.
Yeah. Yeah, could
Because that
like
would have
come
been
in and
amazing. So,
crush in something.
yeah.
It's very cool. Don't know how that's going to be different from, because obviously they've got the Wyvern, haven't they? The other 80 mil.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued to see how that plays differently to the Wyvern and what kind of different role they fill in the army. They even show a picture of it, the size comparison in the artwork next to Behemoth 2 and Invictus. I think it's Invictus in the other picture. It's like twice the size. It's very, very tall. And then
But
what's the one that Robin wants to talk about the most?
the best one, the one we saved for last, is the Southern Crows, Brian Blood's old scuttlebutt. And Jesus, does this model look amazing.
It's got a lighthouse.
It has a lighthouse. It has a triple barrel gun on it. It has armor plating. And it's got pigs with telescopes on it. What more do you want?
And a seagull. And a
The
lighthouse.
seagulls are amazing as well. There's everything I love about this. Like from the art, so I had just had the artwork in front of me. It looks insane. And then having the pre-renders here, it just looks awesome. I can't wait to own this model, if not 2.
So, are you aware of carcinization, where everything becomes a crab?
Yes, I sent you that crab people thing
Yeah.
when this got released.
So like evolution wants everything to be a crab. This is it. This is
Yeah,
the natural evolution in of everything is Scuttlebutt. The fact that he's also called Scuttlebutt, it makes me very happy. It's glorious.
I'm also really happy with the head because some of the heads for Bright Bloods, some of them are hit or miss. Like I know which ones are my favorites. I don't care. I've glued them in now because I was like, I'm not going to run any other heads. These are the heads that I really like. I'll
Mm,
just put it differently on the app. But this head really knocks it out of the park. I'm happy with this head.
yeah, he looks proper
It's got
happy.
the. It's also got the bisected jaw, which was again is like a crab because they have the bisectoral plate, which allows them to scoop food up.
I love it. And the rules they were talking about on the keynote was that he's a transport essentially.
That's so dumb. I
So
love it.
so what he does is when he moves, he pulls stuff with him behind him, and then he has an animus which allows everyone to move through him and see through him and
That's
charge
awesome.
through him. So he's going to move up the board, pull your unit with him, and then they run between his legs and ambush people and shoot them in the face and whatnot. So
That's how we get our pig shockers up closer.
that's how you get your pig shockers closer. It's yeah, he sounds cool. He sounds really interesting. He sounds like he's a lot of fun, and he's a giant crab. So yeah, that model alone is enough to slightly tempt me to drop 275 quid on a Bright Blood bundle. And
Again, when I was looking, I was flipping through going, Pain of Nero, blah blah blah. Yeah, that model's cool. That model's cool. Oh my god, giant hermit crab. I'm sold. Here is my money.
yeah, I mean, for me, it's Rat Guy from Fane of Nero. There's a really happy chap with got like rats crawling off him. I'm like, that's my aesthetic right there. But yeah, very cool. So lots of super heavies coming. Everyone has now got one. So it's
Yes,
only
yes, they
Kithgard
do.
that don't. That's every army released will have one when these
But
finally land.
Kifgard have had a glimpse of one of their ones. I believe that it's the one with the giant decadal cannons on top of it, the
The
two giant
Ramjaw.
axes. But
So
yes,
yes, to be fair, that's not a character either. That's just a an 80 mil that they can have for the journeyman. The rules for that are actually in the app already. Um,
yeah,
so that is
I was spotted in a case. Somebody took a photo, and yeah, I was really happy to see that model.
he was in the keynote as well. So yeah, he's very cool. Don't know when that's coming out. I don't think we've got because that's not actually
Um,
been in any of
I
the.
reckon I am. So going on to the roadmap that they've got, so we've got this Signar Storm Legion and Sun Krails from last month.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then we've got Sun Krails with the core expansion this month coming out,
Yep.
and then next month we've got the auxiliary expansion, and then we've got Lock and Load, the keynotes for May.
Yep.
Then June through September we don't really worry about.
It's the most important time of the year. They haven't got the super
That's
heavies on the roadmap, are they?
No, I was just I'm going to assume that they'll be dropped in at some point.
Yeah. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I might get.
They might be announced Lock and Load because that seems like a good time to just announce them.
Yeah.
That gives them like a month grace period and go, well, you guys are foaming at the mouth for these. Now they're available.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I'd like to have hold of the 80 mil if I can get hold of the 80 mil before
Mm.
Welsh Masters in June, and then I can get that painted up.
And then we've got Men Off for October, November, leading probably to the end of the year
Yeah.
with Lock and Load and Keynote in November.
Yeah. Lock and Load US will be in November. That's at a particular convention, which I should probably know the name of by now, but I don't. So no idea. Yeah. So we also had, and actually they are still up. There are some new player or some army bundles on the store in honor of Adepticon. So as of time of airing, you've got a couple more days to get them. They're up until the 5th of April. So you basically get the whole army for 275 quid. You get the command starter, battle group, the core and auxiliary expansions, and the core book. So it works out at £410 of stuff for 275 quid. My wife is now the proud owner of the old Umbre, so I have resisted buying Cricks.
Hooray!
Yeah, for now. Keep looking at it, but we'll see. Hopefully I can hold out for another few more days. I'm excited about Fate of Nero, so I'm just going to wait for them. So, yeah, if you are on the fence about buying in, ta-da, go click that and spend lots of money. It's great. But yeah, it's huge. £135 discount. It's not too shabby, is it? So, yeah. But I suspect that is something to do with them clearing out some boxes for another announcement they made in the keynote was that they are changing the way models are boxed up.
Yes, they are.
So the battle group box is gone. It is going to be a 30-point box and then some 50-point boxes. So you either buy a 30-point, which is going to be the command starters, and then you buy a 50-point army box and a 50-point army box, 2 or 3 of them, however many that is. So it's easy to buy straight in at either a beginner level, like the intro 30-point level, or just go straight into 50 points. And then it's really easy to expand up to 50 points because you just buy another box. Done. Boom. 2 boxes, you're right there. So I'm intrigued to see how this is going to shake out and what is going to be in what boxes. I'm intrigued to see how it's going to mean you're buying into an army and what you want to buy for each one, because is it going to be worth doubling up on some boxes? Are you going to end up with multiples of the same thing that you can't use? I don't know.
It's no different to the expansions now. If you want to go through Steamforged games, then you're going to have to wait a little bit. If not, you've got local games already now for some of the expansion core boxes because some of them are worth it. If you get the at the moment we've got the 30-point start boxes, which gives you one special character plus all the parts and components for 2 jacks.
Yeah.
Somebody like me who plays Brine Bloods, 2 of those boxes is perfect at the moment because I can get 2 of those jacks and they have multiple options, so it's always nice to run both those options. And then things for like Marauders, Shocker Pigs, or Mine Pigs. They're quite worth it because they're just troops. Getting a dirigible in there as well, it's always a good one. But again, you do have all the characters that come with that box as well. So it's you can choose, but we don't know what the new box is going to be like. So hopefully they don't have a commander in.
I don't know. We'll see. It's intriguing. One of the things that is a big change is they're going to include the normal jacks and beasts, but with a fixed loadout. So you're only going to have certain pieces. You're not going to have all of the parts in there. And what they have said is that they're going to do bits boxes, so you can buy a pack from the store just to get all of the other pieces that you need. So you'll have all the heads and arms if you want to swap them out later. It's also worth noting that quite a lot of the armies have on the My Mini Factory store a bits arms pack of like alt sculpt arms. So you can get those and print off the ones you need. So I don't know that it's going to be a big deal. It makes so there's 2 kind of benefits to it and 1 downside to it. So the benefit is, as they call out, it saves cost on the boxes. They don't have to faff about putting the extra pieces in. And it also makes it easier for a new player to just go, right, this is what I've got, bum, 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 put it in the app, I'm good to go. Downside is if you then want to change up your jack, and one of the flexible magnetized pieces of the jacks is a great selling point for Mark IV if you get all the options in there. It takes that away, which kind of sucks that you then have to then go out and buy that.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes it a little harder for a new player, because they're coming in and going, well, I don't have the same options as everyone else. But that's obviously going to phase out as you go, but it's still a little annoying that you're buying in and going, oh, I can't use this, or I want to change that. But as you've said, you just stick the heads on that you like. So, maybe people will be less fussed about the heads. Arms, I can see, okay, you still want to magnetize those, but I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see what in the box is, to be fair.
Well, I think Cater, I've got five of the jacks, one with the alternate sculpt body, but I think two of them are all every part of them is magnetized, and the last three jacks, because I wanted to make them look unique, so I gave them specific heads and glued those in because I like those heads for those jacks. So again, it works for me because I've magnetized every section of the arms, and again for my Brown Bloods with the exact same. I really want to do that for. If I was to do another army, I'd want to do the same because some heads are better than others.
Yeah.
Aesthetically.
Yeah, I don't know, it's interesting. Interesting is what I'll say. I mean, I could talk more about Fate of Nero, but
Yeah, we know we could do that until this time next year, or until they get released.
Yeah, I've got a little while for them. So awesome. Well, let us know which of the Super Heavies is your favourite. Let us know if you're excited about Menoth or vampires, or everything becoming a crab. And don't forget to like, subscribe, leave comments, give me and Robin stick. It's great. We love it. And we shall see you next week.
Yep.
Have fun, everyone. Bye.
See you later.